Hi guys, today I thought I would show you guys how I do my nails. So I have done just gel nails in the past. I've tried getting into the whole dip nail situation and that didn't quite work out. One thing that I've stuck with though has been the longest lasting, best results in the easiest fashion is Gel X nails. So I wanted to kind of go through the process of how I do that. It's not perfect by any means and I am not a professional. So if that's what you came here for, I'm sorry, this isn't the place. I did a YouTube short version showing how I did this firsthand. I will keep this introduction short and let's get right into it. Let's see, so the first step would obviously be to prep the nails. That might be nice actually. Before I actually start prepping the nails, I'm gonna go in with my Gel X tips. So I use the Apres Gel X. These are the soft gel natural coffin short shape. So the box usually comes like this. I don't know if you can see, but there's numbers here at the top which reflects what size is in each one. And what I recommend doing is going finger by finger on each hand because your fingers could be different sizes and kind of size out like what fits on your nails. What I also recommend is whatever brand, write it down on your notepad. It saves a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of time in the future. What I like to do is I like to go in with my nail drill. I'm gonna take one of these bits right here. I hope I'm explaining everything thoroughly. If you have any additional questions, please comment down below. Go ahead and kick this bad boy on. For me, it's just a spinning, and then you can change rotations there with that button. And you just wanna take the nail drill bit and kind of brush it on the inside and start sanding down the area that will touch your natural nail. Something just like that. See how it's just roughed up right there? And now when it goes on my natural nail, it's gonna have something to adhere to, something to grab onto with the glue that I'm gonna use. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do that to all the rest of the nail tips. Next thing is gonna be the prepping my nails. As far as nail prep goes, mainly everything that I use for my nails is either on Amazon or it can be found on there. So this whole set right here, this I think was from the Dollar Tree. I also have this set right here. It all came in one set for like $5 to $10 on Amazon. I'm also gonna be using buffing blocks. We've also got rubbing alcohol prep pads. I believe these are lint free. I mean, I don't have any issues with them. Also, just a little nail drill. Again, this is a wireless one that's from Amazon. I think this one was super cheap, like 20 bucks or less. What I'm gonna start doing now is I'm gonna go with some of these tools. This is a cuticle pusher. This one is made out of metal and it's pretty sharp, so I really like to go in with a light hand and just start scraping lightly, oh so lightly, across the nail bed. I've learned over time, the longer time you invest and spend on the preps of your nails, the better it's gonna turn out and the longer they're gonna last. Like, think about it, with makeup, your skin and any foundation on your skin is only gonna look as good as your skincare routine. I'm doing this a little bit faster than I normally would today. We'll see how long they last. Hopefully at least a week. I've had luck with these lasting up to 4 weeks, if not more, from what I can remember. I'll pop in some pictures from previous looks I've done. I've had a lot of fun with my nails. Basically, I'm just scraping away at my nails here. And like I said, very lightly scraping with a very light hand. We don't want to scrape off and damage and thin out the nail too much. We're just kind of getting a general layer of dead skin off. That's all we want to remove is dead skin. We're also gently pushing back the cuticles with this as well in order to reveal some of the skin that's also underneath there. So now I'm going to take the other side of that tool and just kind of scrape at that edge and pull off all that dead skin. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually really satisfying. This whole process is really satisfying to me and honestly therapeutic. And then I'm taking this little snipper. From what I know and from what I've learned, it's only the white. Like, I don't know if I can show you. There's some white parts and then there's some parts that aren't. And I only want to cut the parts that are white, the loose hanging sections, and be really careful with it. So I'm just gonna ever so gently peel off that white section. You see what I'm doing? It's nothing crazy. Now just one more time for good measure. I am just lightly passing through since I've exposed more of that cuticle area and scraping off. See, I'm getting more stuff from that. Next, I'm gonna take the nail brush and just dust away. All right, it might not look amazing or perfect at this point, but that's okay because at the end, when everything's said and done, your cuticles will be rehydrated and your nails will be painted all pretty and it'll be fine. So now I'm gonna take alcohol pad and I'm just gonna rub that around my nails, just giving them a quick clean. I'm also gonna go in with a nail drill, like I have here. I will just lightly go in with this, very oh so lightly. If you're doing it and your nail beds are sensitive to this, I would not recommend. I would just buff it, file it, and go on to the next step. But I'm gonna do just a light bit. Just, again, roughing that up and getting it to the point where it's gonna be a nice grippy base for everything. Remember, these are your natural nails, so less is more. I think that's good. One more time with the brush. We are going to buff. All right, these are looking good. Next on the list, we have a nail primer and dehydrator, and these are also essential steps in my opinion. If you want to go in with a nail polish remover or acetone and don't want to get dehydrator, you can do that. But just warning you, you might get a little bit of that, what's it called? It's like when the nail lamp shocks almost with heat. It like, ooh, has that ever happened to you when you do gel? It's like an intense wave of heat and kind of almost burns. So that has happened to me whenever I use acetone. The Model 1's nail primer is also a really good one in my opinion for something that's more affordable. I'm gonna go ahead in with the dehydrator. And this you can apply super liberally. The point is to dry out the area. So that's what we're doing, dehydrating, hence the name. Okay. Now we're gonna do the nail primer, and this one you do wanna be a little bit more precise with because it matters how much you're putting, and for some reason I have found that less is more with this product. So I just like to apply a little bit down the middle and down the sides, like a 1, 2, 3, that's it. These are my tips for making your tips last longer. Now what we wanna do, we wanna take our nail glue. This is the Beetles. I really like the Beetles brand. Their nail polishes are really good, and the glue has been really good. I like this one a lot. Really affordable price, and I have nothing bad to say about it. What I'm gonna set up now is the tiny lamp. Now I did buy a different set that came with a bigger nail lamp, and that helps with curing time when you're actually painting your nails. It saves time. But I do recommend a little one for each individual nail because you're gonna have, when you're pressing on these nails to glue them on, you're gonna have more room with something like this to kind of maneuver it and get it in the right position. It's a little bit more awkward and annoying to do it with the bigger lamp. Now here's how we're gonna do this. It's a little bit tricky and I honestly still mess it up half the time, but maybe you'll learn from my mistakes, and honestly practice makes better. So, I mean, this length isn't bad. This is what I cut it down to, but I just find these shorter ones way more practical. So honestly, obviously, do whatever length you desire. Now I'm gonna take this glue and I'm just gonna kind of put a bead of it, just like this, on the inside of the nail and kind of scrape that off. This is another art I have yet to master, is figuring out exactly how much is best for each nail, but I'm sure with time, it just becomes, you know, second nature. And sometimes you're gonna have a little bit of spillover, and that's okay. We can always fix it later. We're gonna kind of take it and press down, if that makes sense. And then I like to tap and get it ready and just do everything really fast. So I'm gonna just kind of show you. Ready? I'm gonna tap, get it started, make sure it's straight and even how you want it. And we're gonna go from underneath. Also, if you have bubbles, not the end of the world. We're not professionals here. You're in a safe place to mess it up because I'm probably gonna mess it up with you. Honestly, doesn't look too bad for this one. I think I have a little nail bubble here, and then I have a little bit of spillage down here, but you'll see why that's okay in a second. So I'm gonna continue with the other ones. Doing this with a camera is kind of hard, honestly. I feel really like awkward positioning. It's not usually this awkward for me. All right, those are initially flash cured. They are put on. This is what it's looking like. So not too shabby. I got some air bubbles. All right, so you're on my phone now at this point because my camera battery died, but that's all right. We're gonna keep rolling. Now I'm gonna take this little guy. It's just like one of those nail clippers. It came with that set. Looks straight ahead. You can skip this step if you like the length that you're working with, but I'm gonna kind of match it up here. So these are trimmed down. Now I'm gonna take a nail file and just start filing through. All right, now I'm gonna take my nail drill, and with this tip, whatever this is called, I'm gonna buff now the nail tip. And while we're doing this as well, if you got any buildup of glue, you can kind of go with a tilt like that. Go with a light hand, we don't wanna burn ourselves here. And then after buffing those all out, I'm gonna go back and shape just one more time those little strays and frays. I think we're getting somewhere. At this point, I'm just gonna rinse off my hands to get excess dust off and just kind of clean up this area a little bit. All right, so I got this set on Amazon as well. I forgot, it came with like 5 or 6 colors, and they're just like sheer kind of nude pinky colors. I went with this one today. It's really pretty, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the base coat. Then we're gonna go in with this color. I'm gonna do 2 coats of it, and then we're gonna do top coat after. And I'm gonna cure for about 60 seconds each time. For the base coat, I'll just do 30. All right, so base coat goes first. 30 seconds on the base coat. All right, now we're going in with this color. First coat on. Second coat. Last step is gonna be cuticle oil. I use any other kind of neutral oil as well, but I had this Kiara Sky one on hand, so just a dot around each cuticle to rehydrate the nails. Rubbing that in. There you have it, folks. All right, guys, there you have it. This is how I do my nails at home. Really easy. It took me probably a total of 2 hours to do everything, and that's with recording, so they're not perfect, but I mean, they look a lot better than what my nails looked like before, so for a way cheaper price than the salons. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any product suggestions or tips for me, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe as well, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, God bless you.